Guys, it's finally here, and it's about to get rowdy. What's going on, guys? Joshua Trax RC, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing and first run of my new ARRMA KRATON 4S V2. Let's go ahead, open it up, and check it out. Alright guys, so I literally think I'm going to need a bigger workbench. This thing is absolutely massive. But let's go ahead and rip off this plastic cover. Ooh, that blue is spicy.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for the comeback. Steve Nash, I'm about to bring the sun back. Forecast looking bright for the comeback. Can't ignore it, promise you can never sun that. I pray for it, get ready for the comeback. Yeah, I think it's time for the comeback.
So in the box, we get the car itself, the Spectrum SLT radio, a little hardware kit, got one multi-tool. It's got some shock spacers and some little Allen wrenches. And of course, we got the manual and all that important information. But no one cares about any of that, so let's go ahead and check out the car. So I'm not going to go over everything about the car just because all the other YouTubers got the pre-production models. This is an actual production. I pre-ordered it about a month ago, and I cannot get over that blue. It looks so good. I'm definitely glad I went with this body choice. I'm gonna have to do the duct tape method to strengthen everything in here just to protect it. And oh my god, this thing is massive. Got a massive center brace with that nice cushion part right up there, so then when you do hard landings, that rubber piece up there flexes. Got a massive 4S motor, 4S ESC, all the Spectrum electronics. Got that center bearing support right there, and that bearing's really loose actually. That doesn't really seem right. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. There is something holding it in, so it's not going to move, but I don't know, just seems kind of weird. And this suspension, just look at all that travel. I mean, look at that. That is so smooth. And these tires are absolutely massive. I cannot get over the sheer size of this behemoth. God, look at that suspension travel. One thing I don't like about this RC is that it has 2 battery plugs. I don't like the idea of running 2 batteries. I got 2 4S packs that I got for this thing, so I mean, I'm gonna have to use the jumper cable. I don't want to cut the other connector off and lose the warranty on the ESC, so I'm gonna have to deal with all that extra wire, which isn't something I'm very interested in, but I'm gonna deal with it. So some of the updates that I know of off the top of my head on the V2, it's got a 16% larger footprint, new electronics, basically everything is new. There's really not any parts carried over. Metal diffs, that's a huge upgrade. Upgraded arms, big beefy drive shafts. And the pre-production models had issues with some sort of pin backing out in the rear drive shafts, but that seems to be fixed on the production model that I have here. And this suspension, man, that is just insane. So yeah, I mean, there's really not all too much to talk about the actual car. I just want to get outside and drive it. So you know what? Let's head out to the skate park and let's run this thing.
I've been on it every day now. I got money on my mind, now they better pay me. Bet they wanna see me way down. Overthinking every night, think I'm going crazy. Don't know what else I should say now. Early mornings, late nights, all I know lately. Cause I'm on it every day now. I know like it'll break you down, but it never break me. There's a lot of fake love now. Tell the truth, I would rather people say they hate me.
So I lost the audio from the first part of the video here where I was explaining the first mods that I did. I added the Proline roof skids, as you can see, and then also underneath the body on the inside, I duct taped it with black duct tape just to reinforce everything, and just overall it's more flexible and it should hold up a little bit longer. And then in the first minute of the run footage, the audio got all messed up. I really don't know what happened. Alright, literally first time I'm hitting the gas. Oh my god, dude. Absolute animal. Just please forget this. Alright, tapped out. Here we go. That's insane. Let's go to the skate park. I wish I had a GPS unit. Gonna have to bring it to more skate parks in the future. I mean, what I'm used to is a Stampede 4x4 and like ARRMA Granite and the Vortex, basically like the smaller 110 scales. I mean, this is basically a 1/8 scale. Never had a 4S truck, never drove a 4S truck. This thing is an absolute ripper, son. That's what those lid skids are for. Let's see what the body damage is like. Oh yeah, proper wear on those skids. Not a scratch on the body, only on the wing. And for those of you guys that don't know, the wing is as long as my hand. It's huge. We're definitely gonna hit this jump later. Jeez. Absolute animal. Big jump. That flipped it over. Landed right on the edge of the concrete. So the reason why I bought this thing is mainly for content. Just, it's a reliable source of content for me. Because as you guys know, a lot of my stuff usually just breaks. And with my buddies, ooh, that's a nice scuff. And usually with my buddies ARRMAs, Brandon from RC Basher, I'll put a link to his channel in the description. But with his stuff, I mean, I've been testing it and reviewing his stuff for a while. And they like never break. So this is just a reliable source of content for me. Whoa, did we land it? Oh, we didn't land it. I keep on landing on the concrete edge. That's how I'm gonna break a chassis. I need to stop doing that. Yeah, I probably landed right there. Got some foliage growing on the wing. All right, we're gonna not send it huge off this, but let's just see. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, that's a fence. Definitely gonna have to bring it to a different skate park. I feel like this one is perfect for like the infraction, which I actually already brought it here, but you guys are gonna have to wait for that video. I have a ton of content to post, but I couldn't get any of it out until this thing came, because the upload schedule is going to be basically just as much as I could put out with this, just because it's so new. So you guys are gonna have a few videos a week probably of this thing. Just massive, dude. So back to what I was saying earlier about why I bought this. Again, it's for content, a reliable source of content, but really just because I'm tired of breaking stuff on my other RCs. The suspension, dude. See how the drive shafts are holding up. Seem to be doing pretty good. That was the issue on the pre-production models. The drive shafts kept falling apart, but seems like they fixed it on this. Jeez. This thing is just gonna be great content for you guys, honestly. Super excited to take it to different skate parks and stuff, different bashing locations, and just have fun with it. That's my goal with it. I never really had fun with my like Stampede 4x4, which has been my main basher for a long time. It just doesn't handle well anymore, just because it's so clapped. And it's getting to the point where I think I might sell it for that reason. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. Ooh, that hurt. you know, that's how I wrecked one of my slash bodies, is by slamming it under a fence, completely unintentionally. Hopefully that's not the case with this body. Oh, I pushed it. Okay, we are stuck under there. Well, I'm gonna get this out off camera. Got it. And just because I'm curious, I wanna see how the temps are doing. Just because I hate when my electronics run hot. It's one of my pet peeves. I just wanna keep running battery packs through it, you know, without it getting hot. So let's see how they're doing. Motor's good. Let's see the ESC. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Perfect. All right, how's the battery? Battery's just a tad bit warm. It's not bad at all. So guys, first impression so far, I love this thing. Like, yeah, it's not cheap. It was $518 out the door with tax and shipping and everything. I think it's worth it. Just the suspension travel. I think that's like the huge difference between a 3S and a 4S ARRMA. I mean, so many people think, oh yeah, it's a 3S or a 4S, you know, it's just gonna have more power. And that's not the case at all. I mean, the power difference makes up for the difference in size. I mean, this is basically an A scale. I don't care what anyone says. It's just a tad bit smaller than a 6S Kraton, but it's just not even comparable in size to like a Granite. So just the difference between 4S and 3S, man. The size makes up for everything. It's not really, you don't buy a 4S for the power. That's what I'm getting out of this. You buy a 4S for the size, the Raider suspension travel. You know what, let's go out back in the parking lot, do some more speed runs. I need to do some wheelies with this thing. There's not enough room in the skate park for wheelies. God, it just picks them up. Now the reason why I got a Kraton over the Outcast is the wheelbase, honestly. And I feel like the Kraton is gonna break less just because you have more control over it in the air. It's not gonna be able to do as many backflips in a row and stuff, but it's gonna just handle better and break less because you have more control. I mean, even on A-Main Hobbies, they tested, they tested the Kraton and the Outcast side by side. Durability tested them. And the Outcast broke more just because it has a shorter wheelbase. So that's why I got the Kraton instead of the Outcast. All right, let's see how long of a wheelie I can do. All the way down? No way. Oh, I lost it. That's the longest wheelie I've ever done, just right there. Oh, all the way down? I'm gonna hit the curb. I really wish I had a GPS. If any GPS companies are watching this, send me out a product, you know? I've been needing a GPS. I'll test it on the channel, just so you can see how fast this thing is, dude. Let's go back in the skate park. Let's hit the big one. Why not? Send it. Ooh. Wow, I didn't even have to do any throttle input. Landed it perfectly. I would like to try and clear the fence, but I also don't want to break it on the first run. But I also know that it's basically built like a Granite, and the Granite was able to do it no problem. I think I just need to get a perfect run up, straight on. Ooh, see, that was my bad. I didn't hit the throttle at the end there. Got grass stains on the chassis, that's weird. How's the body doing? Any cracks? Doesn't look like it. The body's still perfectly smooth. It's only the roof skids and these front skids right up here. Okay, there's a tiny scratch right there, that's it. But other than that, I mean, this thing's still new, man. God, it's insane. I can't wait to take this thing to some of my usual bashing spots, like the field and stuff. Okay, I want to try to like go big on that jump. I wonder if I start from up here and then like full send it off it. That is so much fun, dude. I mean, this is like my favorite type of RC, honestly. I mean, it doesn't bottom out. That's what I love about it. On these little jumps, like the Granite sometimes does, the Vortex does all the time, and my Stampede 4x4 is the worst, man. The chassis slaps so hard. The question is, should I sell my Stampede 2-wheel drive VXL, the Trash Pete, as some of you may know it, and my Stampede 4x4, and get a granite, because I feel like the granite does better on the channel, but I also have access to a granite pretty frequently because my friend has one. But I also don't know how much I'm going to use my Stampede 4x4 and Stampede VXL now that this thing is here. So what do you guys want to see on the channel? If I do sell my Stampede 4x4 and Stampede 2-wheel drive VXL, what should I get? I think it would have to be a basher. I'd consider doing a crawler project if you guys wanted to see it, but crawlers really don't get views on my channel. I wish they did because they're a lot of fun, but the running videos just don't get views, at least. The shop videos on them do. And shop videos cost a lot of money because usually you have to install parts on them, and parts cost money, so. Okay, I've always wanted to send it off this little kicker in the middle. Okay, what's on the other side? Let's see. So if I send it off the kicker, I pretty much have to go big on it or else I'm gonna hit the railing. And then we got the grass, or we can clear the fence. So that middle kicker is about the same angle and everything of this ramp, so it's basically just hitting this ramp. So yeah, we're not gonna do the kicker. I'd like to try and get a backflip out of this thing. I feel like it might be too long for that, I don't know. Man, I'm scared to try a backflip, honestly. Now, if any companies are looking to sponsor a build on this thing, sign me up, man. I wasn't looking to do a build on it, and I probably won't, but if companies want to send me products to test for this thing, I'll definitely do it. That'd be awesome. I'm only gonna really upgrade though what I break, just because, I mean, a lot of the upgrades I do on cars is completely unnecessary, and ARRMAs really don't need that much. Let's go hit the gravel over there. God, I love just the characteristics of this thing. Part of me wishes it had a little bit more power, but I mean, it still can do stuff. And it handles so well. Hear me out. If ARRMA makes an RC that has the wheelbase in between the Kraton and the Outcast, I think that would be awesome, because it won't break as often as the Outcast because of its short wheelbase, but it also will be a little bit more peppier than the Kraton. Kraton's honestly long. I mean, it's not like super long, it's not like bus status long, but I mean, you could tell that there's some length behind it. This thing's just too much fun, man. All right, the granite can do backflips off that little section. This one definitely can't. Ooh, I know it can take it. That's what I love about these ARRMAs. I've just become very comfortable with how durable they are. Like, I take a little tumble and I know it's good. Whereas my Stampede 4x4, I mean, it's been breaking on like little stuff. ARRMA's outdone themselves. And I'm still on the first battery pack, man. All right, you know what? Let's see how temps are doing. Motor, it's really not that hot. That's awesome. The reason why I'm excited about that part of this thing and the electronics is because, from my experience, the Granite and the Vortex do have heating issues. At least with the batteries I've been running. I don't know if they're incorrectly spec'd batteries for the electronics. I wonder if like the C rating might be too low or too high. Part of me wants to Rich Duper bash this thing and just send it. I love his videos. Just so entertaining watching him beat the living snot out of his stuff, and it takes it. In grass, this thing is fast. And the range on these Spectrum radios, I could get used to this. My Trax radios have nothing compared to it. Next time I come out here to this spot, I'm bringing in a ramp and I'm setting it up right there. Loving this thing so far. When is it gonna die, honestly? I mean, I've been running it for, what time is it? It's 9:37 in the morning. I think I got here at 9, almost 40 minutes in. And I'm not like full on throttle the whole time, which probably helps, but I'm just having fun with it, honestly. I'm not gonna baby this thing, but I'm also probably not gonna completely destroy it like the WL Toys, which is fixed, by the way. So what do you guys want to see me do with that thing? I've been seeing comments of setting it on fire potentially. I don't know about that. We may just have to overvolt it with a bad battery. Throw a 3S LiPo in it or something. I don't know. Just punch the throttle. Ooh, what was that? Hit the throttle more in the wheelie and it just flew backwards. So many rocks in it. I love when you throw it down. Listen. It's just suspension. It does not bottom out. Any other RC that I have, it'll just bottom out when you drop it. Not the Kraton 4S V2, man. Let's go in this field. Whoa, it's like, I didn't even realize it went down. It's like a retention pond almost, but it's a soccer field. I wonder if we could jump the little edge. Jump the road? Question mark. Hold on, let's see it. Full speed. Oh, we just died, of course. Of course we died. It's always when you go up to that last jump. Well, I'm gonna throw my other battery in here and we're gonna try that again. All right, remote's on. Car. Let's go. Second battery pack. My first battery was a little bit warm and I'm gonna have to draw out these rear holes. This body clip in particular is so hard to get off. I think it's just because once you get dirt and like grime in the hole, it's just tough to put on. Okay, it's easier with two hands, but let's go over here. Now that we have another freshly charged pack, it's got more power already. I feel like it does. I feel more power running it back to back with an empty battery. Now a fully charged pack, it definitely has more power. But let's see if we could jump this little hill. I feel like it's the steepest right here. You can kind of see. There's also nothing in the way down there. I don't want to hit that electrical box. All right, full speed right there. Oh my God. What? ARRMA, you outdid yourselves, guys. Round of applause. That's the first bit of damage. That rubber thing broke. How did that break? And then this one broke too, which I have extras, thankfully, because I already broke some on my infraction. How did that break, honestly? Did it just rub against the ground? It had to have. That was not exactly planned. I need to bring a ramp here. All right, I'm not gonna do what I did again. Just do a little one. Do another one. Should I try a backflip? I know I probably shouldn't. If I had a ramp, I'd probably be more comfortable doing a backflip. I feel like I can't. One of the fans is sounding weird. Let me get my mic close to it. That does not sound right. Well, for starters, this thing popped out. I just been tucking it in here on the battery strap. And then it's the ESC. It's not the motor fan. I wonder if I broke a blade. Doesn't look like one's broken. Still sounds like that. Might have to take apart the fan and see what's going on, but might have to upgrade that. I know that ESC fans are typically not the most durable. Maybe that ESC fan will just stop working eventually. Just gonna do a few more jumps here. Don't want this video to be too long. I mean, I love how this wing is holding up though. Let's go back in the skate park, do a few more jumps. I know a lot of you come to my channel for granite content and Stampede 4x4 content, you know, stuff like that, WL Toys content. Those cars just aren't reliable, other than the Granite. The Granite's a great RC, I love that thing. But the Granite's not mine, so I can't use it all the time. This is something that I can use whenever I want. I wonder if that ESC fan sounds any better. Yeah, it sounds normal now, so I wonder if there was just dirt in there that had to get knocked out. Oh, let's go. That was completely on the spot. Let's see if it can do it, and it can. And I was thinking about doing some drag races. This Kraton 4S versus my Infraction Mega. I feel like that would be a good race. And I had already swapped out the stock ESC and motor in the Mega, so it's already brushless. You guys just haven't seen that yet. God, that's awesome. I love how this thing handles. Effortless. That's the word to describe it. Just effortless. ARRMA, you did a fantastic job on the Kraton 4S. I love this thing. I know it's only the first run. Come on, you can't say that this isn't 1,000 times better than the V1. I wanted the V1 Outcast or Kraton ever since I laid eyes on it, and I never had the opportunity. And when I heard that this thing was coming out in August, I listed my Traxxas Slash, the red one that was a shelf queen, and I also listed my TRX4 Sport that I never used. Just lost interest in them, honestly. And I was able to pay for most of what this thing costs with that money. So I have like $200 out of pocket between the batteries and the car. That's how much I got this thing for. Look at that, man. Like, you can't hate on it. You really can't. I feel like it's gonna rain. Got some questionable clouds in the distance. Let's check the radar. Oh, it's all north. Okay, we're good. So there's a few more skate parks I want to take this thing to. There's one that I've personally never been to, and it looks like it could be possibly the best one that is in the area. And then I want to take it to another skate park that I've been to before. I took my Stampede 4x4 there in a few videos ago. That one's a little bit smaller, but it's still pretty fun. Ooh, look at that, that was so smooth. Well guys, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Just kind of driving in circles at this point. ARRMA, this thing is awesome. You can't have anything better, in my opinion. I think a little bit more power would, I don't know, honestly. I feel like it actually is the perfect power level because it's got the top end, but it also has a good down low, torquey motor with that 2400 kV. But when that power band hits, it hits. And it's a little bit higher than I think it should be. I feel like if the power band was just a little bit lower, I feel like it'd be a little bit more fun. But overall, I love it. The Kraton 4S V2 4x4 from ARRMA RC. Go get you one. More content to come, guys. Super excited for this. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. A link to this car will be in the description along with the batteries I'm using. That's all I gotta say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like on this video, drop a comment. Where do you want to see me run this thing? What do you want me to do with it? And overall, I'm super excited. And guys, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by my 18th birthday at the end of September. So if you guys can do that for me, I'd appreciate it. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, see you guys in the next one on Trax RC.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for the comeback. Steve Nash, I'm about to bring the sun back. Forecast looking bright for the comeback. Can't ignore it, promise you can never sun that. I pray for